Back in Indianapolis in the Barbasol Tournament of Champions. What a step ladder it has been here at Woodland Bowl in our championship match upcoming between top-seeded Pete Weber and number 2 seed Jason Belmonte. The NCAA Women's Championship continues today on ESPN2 with a Sweet 16 doubleheader at 4:30. Oklahoma taking on Tennessee. Then at 6:30, Louisville squares off against defending champion Baylor. The NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship presented by Capital One today on ESPN. Also, you can watch it live on Watch ESPN. Time for the Geico Championship recap. Randy.
Lon, Tommy Jones back to the big show. It's been a while for him. He takes down Osku Palermo 217-189. Then in match number 2, Tommy Jones takes on the reigning Player of the Year, Sean Rash. Sean Rash starts spare, and then five-bagger. He takes down TJ 247-233. And then the stage is set. The biggest rivalry out here on the tour, Jason Belmonte, Sean Rash, and it's all Belmonte. Jason starts with the front five, never looks back. 229-171 winner, setting up a great championship match between those two right there.
Lots of respect between Belmo and PDW shown right there. No hug before the last match between Rash and Belmo.
Great point. Great point, Lon. I was wondering if you caught that.
So seed 1 against seed number 2. PDW's wife Tracy in the house. Everyone here anxious to find out, will Weber make it 10 major titles? It'll be Belmo starting on the left side. A big strike to open it up.
The tournament leader owns 36 career PBA Tour titles with 9 majors from St. Ann, Missouri. PBA Hall of Famer Pete Weber.
They love him here. His dad, Dick, was born in Indianapolis, and also Randy. Barbasol Shaving Cream, our presenting sponsor, actually invented in Indianapolis also in 1919.
I was actually wondering if the reason why Belmonte has all that facial fescue, if he's trying to get a deal with Barbasol.
First ball in the championship match, number 1 seed, and Pete Weber getting it done.
And you notice the number 1 seed made Jason Belmonte start on the left lane, which makes Belmonte finish the match on the right lane, the hooking lane. Pete Weber had the choice. He said, you know what, I'm going to let Belmonte start.
Top seeds this season of 11 stepladder events have gone 3 and 7. Belmo, Michael Haugen Jr., and Brad Angelo, the 3 winners from the top seed. Weber the top seed here this week. With the same throw he had on the first frame. Identical hits.
And I'm being told that he's using 2 different bowling balls, even though they both look the same, they're drilled differently. See, he still has room, Lon. He can still get his ball to push, and that's what we talked about at the top of the show, that axis rotation, that side roll. He gets his ball to do things that no other players out on this tour can get their balls to do.
Belmo has his 2 hands full. He's up to the task. Oh, Belmo is primed for this championship finale.
Don't go anywhere, folks. This is going to be a slugfest, and it's going to come down to the 10th frame.
The championship cup, tantalizingly close physically for both of these players, but only one will hold it aloft shortly.
Pete Weber's last TSC victory 26 years ago. Jason Belmonte looking to become a back-to-back major champion.
Working on a double. 4-10.
And the first opening, something you don't want to do against a guy by the name of Pete Weber.
a kick. Open frame in the third for Belmo. Such a huge build-up to this championship.
Just
And
a little
open and frame can deflate you quickly. Sorry, Randy.
Excuse me, a little too much speed in the ball. Didn't have enough time to turn the corner. Now, Weber working on a double. Can step up and increase the lead early on to 24.
How is he still doing it after all these years?
He's a freak of nature. No, I mean that seriously.
Right. Working on a double.
And that's the suspect lane. That's the trouble lane. Lots more friction on the right. Petey liked it. He put a great touch on it, only to come in and leave that stubborn 4-pin. But this is the timeless, flawless form of Pete Weber. And there you see the axis rotation or the side roll. Look out. Skinny jeans. And he's so cool, he wasn't even worried. Look at him.
Hey, I knew it the whole way. Don't worry. I got this one. Saw Weber with a different ball on the spare throw with that kingpin logo from the PBA league.
Using an IQ Tour Pearl on both lanes, 1 pin down, 1 pin up, I'm being told. One to create a little bit more length, the other one to get it to start a little sooner.
Strike, strike open for Belmo. And strike, strike spare so far for Weber. Putting a little extra time through this ball, and it paid off.
He's a bad man, Lon. He puts the ick in sick. He's tenacious, he's nasty, he's afraid of no one. And I think the most physically gifted player to ever throw a bowling ball. It's just efficiency of motion when you watch Pete Weber throw a bowling ball.
He's won 2 national titles in this center, 3 regional titles here. Belmo, a little different composure on that face now. Oh, he got the back kick.
Nice break here. You see him sliding in front of the left gutter cap. That's actually the foul light. Nice break here, tripping the 4-pin for Jason Belmonte.
When you're using the foul light to stop your progress, pretty good chance you're not going to foul. Jim Doty has been a great host, general manager of Royal Penn Leisure Centers. All the bowlers say this is one of the top spots for hospitality to come on tour, and it's all due to Doty and his staff, and we thank them for all that they have done throughout this very busy week.
We always look forward to coming back to Woodland because of people like that.
Belmo down to 13.
Well, hard to believe that Jason Belmonte's ball can ever leave a weak 10, but it just did right there. The 6-pin second to the right is going to go to the sidewall and just kind of lay there and not do its job, taking out the 10-pin.
It's like it hit a sponge there on the left side. Belmo cleans it up. He looks so relaxed out there.
Take a look at what Pete Weber does with the bowling ball. I want you to focus on that glove. Open hand, here it comes all the way to the bottom, and then there's the rotation. Watch again as he lets go of the bowling ball. I want you to watch and focus on that open hand.
Back line, Weber's 5th. Working on a strike. Oh, so beautiful to watch.
Hey, when he rips the sunglasses off, you need to take cover.
Is this man fired up for his 10th major or what? And what we have not mentioned is that he could also tie Norm Duke with 37 titles in his career, 3rd best.
3rd all-time with Norm Duke, tie Earl Anthony's major record with 10 majors, 26 years since his last Tournament of Champions victory, 23-pin lead, 6th frame. There's the open hand.
crossover there.
You heard him say it, a bad shot. Now watch this. Watch the hand at release. There's the open hand, but this ball never pushes far enough right. Left of target the whole way, and a nice break just leaving the 10-pin. He gives a little James Brown shuffle with the feet at the end. That was good. And you know, I think another word you have to use when talking about Pete Weber is agility. He's a pretty agile guy for 50 years old.
Now Belmo, who seems to be enjoying himself immensely here today.
He's just trying to enjoy the moment.
Big win over Rash and business to do against Weber. 10-pin again.
It's the only thing that slows these guys down to throw with two hands is when they get bad carry. It doesn't happen very often. In my opinion, they have the highest carry percentages. Watch him take that side step to the left. There's the loft. That ball hit about the 33rd or 34th board on the fly.
Jason doing what he can, but coming up just short so far, down 23 to top seed Pete Weber. And now Jason Belmonte has to string some strikes together to put heat on Weber. Again, 4-10, we've seen it before. And Weber now knows his spot a little more secure.
Weber went high on that lane. Belmonte goes high on that lane. Bad break for Belmo, leaving the 4-10 split. Belmo in big trouble.
Can't be satisfied with one. Oh, he got it! Oh, he missed it on the first go-around, but got the kick. 4-10 split conversion for Jason Belmonte.
That keeps his hopes alive. What a great time to convert a pretty tough split. Going to slide the 4 into the 10. It catches just enough of the 10-pin. Spectacular. Now Weber back up right lane. And what a great sport Pete Weber is. He always has been.
On his feet, applauding that conversion. Weber up 25, working on a spare, as you see. Oh, that's a champion's champion right there.
This next shot on the left lane is going to tell you everything you need to know about who's going to win this title.
In 1987, when Pete Weber won his first major, the Tournament of Champions, the Twins won the World Series, Giants a Super Bowl. See Wimbledon champions. A lot going on. 95 cents for a gallon of gas. That was in our lifetime?
I think the most interesting stat that's not there is that 1 year after that, you actually interviewed me for the first time.
That's right. You got your first PBA win in Union City, called by Al Michaels. Union City, California.
Oh, come on, baby. There you go.
Just when Belmo thought he had a little momentum, up steps Pete Weber with a double.
It's just amazing how Pete can get his ball to scoot through the front part of the lane. He doesn't need to loft it. You see there's not a whole lot of room left. But that side rotation gets that bowling ball to scoot through the front, get to the break point, and come off it nice and soft. He's got the greatest touch in the game.
Make it 3.
It's okay.
Back to back 4
It's all right. I've seen
10
it 3
splits.
times. We're good.
He's got this one, he said. Oh, and that cup that much closer to Pete Weber.
We're good.
He says we're good. Same lane. He missed this one.
Pretty good try, though. I've never seen anybody make back-to-back 4-10 splits on television.
And that all but secures it.
Weber's going to a spare ball. I think he's going to try to throw the 9th and 10th frame. He's just going to throw it straight down the middle of the lane.
Weber putting some extra tape in one of the finger holes on that spare ball as Belmo pulls his 9th. It's either 4-10 or a ringing 10 for Belmo, right?
Pete Weber is going to win his 2nd Tournament of Champions at the ripe old age of 50, and he's going to throw a spare ball down the middle of the lane at some point. I feel it coming. May not be the 9th frame, but I guarantee it's going to be the 10th frame.
And Jason Belmonte now a spectator, and soon to join Earl Anthony.
Hey, you can change that number.
Weber with
Look out.
spare ball.
Whoa. He's going to take 9 spare and go quietly.
Absolutely.
Pete's in the 220s already. Best Belmonte can shoot is 189. It's over.
What a performance by Pete Weber. And Earl Anthony makes some room. Pete Weber has joined the greatest ever atop the list of PBA major victories with 10. PDW continues to amaze. There's the spare ball. Wife Tracy loving it. Pete Weber making history in Indianapolis.
How about the last 2 titles for Pete Weber? U.S. Open Tournament of Champions.
This man came to win the title. This man won the title. He was on all week long, and the Indianapolis Nelson Burton Jr. says might be one of the greatest ever to bowl.
Yes! Yes!
Great job, buddy. Great job.
Thanks, man.
Mission accomplished.
Thanks, sir.
I'm still waiting for him to go over and give his wife Tracy a hug and a kiss. All right, finally.
After he goes through PBA League team owner Billie Jean King, there is wife Tracy. Pete Weber on his own personal red carpet right now. Belmo closes with a strike with his first ball in the 10th. And look at the weight off his shoulder right now, Randy. That is his championship hardware.
Just an amazing player, and Pete always does it with style. He's a class act. We saw that when he stood up and applauded the split conversion by Belmonte. His brother was in the headset. You see him right there with the headset on. That's brother John.
Belmo closed with a spare to make it official. A wave of the crowd from Belmo, and now the moment Pete Weber has been waiting for all week. You are the Tournament of Champions winner once again.
Let's go! Get out here! We got one more to go. Yeah, baby. Tournament of Champions. I just love it. I just love it. Wow. Unbelievable.
He still has the face of a junior bowler who's just won his first title. What enthusiasm from 50-year-old Pete Weber making history today in Indianapolis. We'll be back to talk with the newest TOC champion from Indianapolis. to the Barbasol PBA Tournament of Champions. 3 sets of doubles for Pete Weber, enough to overcome number 2 seed Jason Belmonte. Weber, a 224-179 champion. And right now our runner-up is with Kimberly Pressler.
Well, Jason, you beat out the defending champion Sean Rash to make it into the finals, but you had some trouble there. You got 3 4-10 splits. What went wrong?
A couple of things went wrong, but ultimately when you play your idol, it doesn't matter the result. I was really happy today. I really was. I had one thought for the whole day, and that was thinking of my wife Kimberly and my 2 kids Aria and Hugo, who are up early in the morning watching this right now. So.
Well, you said that he's your idol. How much has he affected your game?
I hook the ball because he does. So he is basically, if not the most talented bowler to have ever walked the earth, he certainly is the greatest guy. That's for sure. I love him.
Well, talking about the greatest guy ever, here he is with Randy Peterson, the winner of the 2013 Tournament of Champions.
Thanks, Kimberly. Pete Weber, who would have thought that your last 2 victories on this tour would have been last year's U.S. Open and this year's Tournament of Champions? I think the big question is, at age 50, how are you able to compete at this level?
Randy, the way I feel right now, I'm going to compete just like Dad. I'm going to bowl until I pass, and it's just a great feeling to be back in the winner's circle. And I couldn't have won these 2 tournaments without Storm bowling balls, the greatest bowling balls in the world. They're the best.
What does it mean to have your wife here? I know one of your daughters is here. You've got family. This is where it all started. Just the tradition, all of the events that you've won over the years at Woodland Bowl. What does it all mean to you?
This might be the best one at Woodland Bowl right now. Winning the Tournament of Champions for the 2nd time, completing the Triple Crown for the 2nd time, having my daughter Ashley, my stepson Troy, and my wife Tracy here, and my mother and father-in-law were here all week too. So this week has just been really, really special for me.
Pete, thank you so much. Congratulations.
And next week you can watch Pete and his top-seeded WTT Kingpins go for the PBA League title. That all comes your way next week on ESPN. 5 PBA major championship winners created a stepladder for the ages with rev rates that would make drivers at nearby Indianapolis Motor Speedway jealous. It all went to form. Pete Weber captured major number 10, tying it with Earl Anthony. 30 for 30 is next on ESPN. For Kimberly Pressler, Randy Peterson, and Bo Burton, and our entire crew, thanks for watching History with us today.